After the rain and drama of Spa, more rain I'm afraid at Snetterton. Massive shower has just swept through the Norfolk circuit as we get cars on the grid for round 21 of the Cooper Tyres British Formula 3 International Series. Jack Harvey sitting on pole position, he's on wet weather tyres, and it looks like everybody else is Felix Sorales there, second place on this very wet grid, and nobody going to gamble on slicks. Away we go for the shortened race down to just 25 minutes. Looked like a good start from Jazeman Jaafar. That's him on the right-hand side being eased out towards the grass. A little bit naughty there. Jack Harvey takes the lead into the first corner. Carlos Sainz going wide onto the dirt, and he's not the only one off this Jaafar. Off two, Pipo Derani in the red and white car. Well, the leader made it through safely, Jack Harvey. He's got Felix Sorales right behind him. Oh my goodness me, Sainz there in the background is off. Pedro Calbimonte is the man who came in like an unguided missile. You can see Sainz going in the distance. Pietro Fantin trying to get back on as well. I'm sensing that Calbimonte lost his engine as well as his braking point. Carlos Sainz Jr. can barely even see where the track is. There it is. Long way to get back onto terra firma. Jack Harvey, the race leader, from Felix Sorales. Alex Lynn in third. Hannes Van Nasseldonk ahead of the white and blue car Fami Ilias and Harry Tinknell's orange and black machine up to sixth position. Looking there at Aussie Jeff Urain, he's chasing compatriot Nick McBride, but the red and yellow car just gone out of shot. That's our national class leader, Adderley Fong. He's the most experienced Formula 3 driver in the national class, returning to racing in the UK. Not a hot and sunny summer for him. Unfortunately, though, that is the end of the race for Pedro Pablo Calbimonte. Car pretty badly damaged at the front, and here's why. Calbimonte starting on row 7 of the grid. Slow start from Jeff Urain in front of him. He's looking for the gap on the left-hand side, but that gets closed down. So we're going up the inside now into the first corner. Up to Richie's. Little bit of spray, lot of water. So far, so good. A couple of cars off on the outside. Behind Urain, looking to the inside. That has opened up. No, Urain closes the door. He's on the brakes now. Watch the front wheels, fully locked. He's got no way of stopping on the wet grass, and the track is full of fast-moving cars. He was a helpless passenger, just like everyone else. Race leader Jack Harvey, 4 wins under his belt, all in the UK. Will he return to winning ways here? Felix Sorales in second also has 4 wins. Harry Tinknell, looked like he's got a left front tyre going down, looks very soft, and that is something that he will struggle with increasingly. Damage to Jeff Urain's car, Tinknell there in the orange and black, then Adderley Fong still leading the national class ahead of the Nissan 3-bod engine car of Nick McBride. Lots of work going on by the Carlin team to try and repair the car. It is, of course, the first race of the weekend, so if they can get Pietro Fantin going again, so much the better. White and blue car Jeff Urain goes by car number 21, Harry Tinknell, really struggling now. How he didn't go into the pits last lap, goodness only knows. Jazeman Jaafar has gone by him in the number 22 car, and he was off on the grass for 15 or 20 seconds. And Tinknell's tyre now has no air at all. Look at him trying to wrestle it round that right-hand corner. It's just rolling over. Oh my goodness, now look at the rain lashing down. All bets are off now. Oh my goodness, and it's not only bets that are off. And that is a high speed off for Pipo Derani. He's gone about a yard or two further down the tyre barriers than where he hit them in the first race. It is absolutely sheeting down. There must be no grip at all on tired wet weather tyres. He is off for the second time in the same place, and this time conclusively. And just look at that. Well, if they allow this to go more than another lap or so, I would be astonished. It's over halfway, so they can award full points. Here's Fami Ilias, 27, ahead of Nick McBride and Jeff Urain. Race leader Jack Harvey, even he can't see where he's going, and now we're just risking machinery and particularly the soft contents inside. The organisers cannot allow this to go on, surely. Absolutely torrential rain. The circuit is awash, and how anybody is getting round beggars belief. They're showing a damage flag to one of the competitors. There is Fami Ilias in 5th place, and he may not even know that he's got pursuers behind him. Jazeman Jaafar has got by Jeff Urain, so he is, oh, and he's off. Jafar goes off the same place that he did on the first corner, this time without any further assistance, and that again an indication of the danger that lies on a glassy surface. You cannot tell the depth of the water, and puddles move. Well, after all his recovery work, the Malaysian will not be impressed, nor are the marshals in this weather, I should think. Red flags are out, so the race is stopped, and it will be declared a result at the end of the last completed lap, so Jafar will lose no more places. Well, confirmation of a very wet result. Full points, though, to Jack Harvey. Win number 5 of the season from Felix Sorales, Alex Lynn, and Hannes van Asseldonk.
So, Jack, if I'd offered you a sail for the second half of that race, would you have taken it?
I definitely would have taken it, especially on the last few laps. You know, the weather got really bad, and even in the straights, we started to aquaplane, which was basically when the car starts moving on top of the water in a straight line. So, I mean, it gets pretty dangerous. But I think the race director called it spot on, because I think just after the race was actually stopped, I think the heavens even opened. You know, the last bit they had left, and you know, the rain really came down hard. And luckily, at that point, it was already in the pits.
It's time now for the 20-minute sprint race here at Snetterton, and this one is a reverse grid, meaning Jack Harvey, who was on pole for the first race and of course won it with such excellence, had to make a draw. Now, he's never very good at these draws, and he's gone and drawn 12th place, so he's not starting very far forward. It's a bit of a challenge for him, but let's see how he can get on.
Here we go then, ready for the start of round 22 of the Cooper Tires British Formula 3 International Series. Top 12 reverse from race 1, Harry Tinkle on pole, ahead of 2 national class runners, Devashan Padiachi and the fast-starting Spike Goddard. Jack Harvey back in 12th place. Look on the left-hand side, the red and yellow car as well of Adley Fong. He's in 5th place on the grid now, up to 4th spot. Outstarted his rivals, on board with Alex Lynn. Lynn on the podium in race 1, down into the hairpin for the first time, wheels on the dirt on the inside to try and avoid drama, and he manages to do so. Everybody got safely through that time. White car Nick McBride in the middle of the frame, just ahead of Alex Lynn, Hannes van Asseldonk. Jack Harvey's red, white and blue machine still stuck in a big bundle of cars, and here's a chance for the turquoise and white car just there to make up some ground that was lost after getting knocked off in the first race. Jazman Jafar is in 4th position, his championship rivals some way further back. But he's got to get by all the national class runners, and that's Devashan Padiachi. Talking of national class runners, having a very wild ride across the grass. Luckily, not at so much speed that he speared anybody as he came back on, but he did get a bit of a shower. On board with Jack Harvey then, our race 1 winner, now 5 wins in the British Formula 3 International Series, more than anyone else. Harry Tinkle leads. Meanwhile, Harvey towing up behind Felix Sorales, and there they are, Harvey up the inside of the Puerto Rican driver and gets in front of him as he was in race 1. Of course, they're still a long way from the major points with Alex Lynn. Again, stuck in the middle of traffic. This is a real test for the drivers to make progress in race 2, particularly when 12th place is the pole and the leader goes right the way back down the grid. That's the worst possible draw for Jack Harvey. Spike Goddard still 2nd. 3rd place now, Jazman Jafar, ahead of the red and yellow car of Adley Fong. Furain in 5th position. And Hannes van Asseldonk in 6th spot. But this is a great opportunity for Jazman Jafar. Spike Goddard in front of him led most of the race when he was on the front row at Oldham Park in reverse grid race. Oh, contact! Van Asseldonk inside Urain. That's not going to help either of them. Through goes Nick McBride. Alex Lynn trying to come around the outside to the inside of his teammate. And he does. And Jack Harvey there just in front of us also squeaked by. I think Harvey picked up a couple of places there. And Jafar going for 2nd. Oh, he is really in determined mood, the Malaysian driver. Alex Lynn wheel to wheel with Felix Sorales, the man who came here as the championship leader, and both trying to give each other a bit of racing room, yet still gain the upper hand. Well, good work. Could have easily resulted in disaster. Lynn stays in front, Fami Ilias, the white and blue car. And behind them, Pietro Fantin attacking Pipo Durrani. Durrani on the inside of Ilias. Ooh, that's going to be close as well. Black flag. This is for number 42, that's Spike Goddard, the national class leader, a drive-through penalty. We understand that the man who was 3rd on the grid was not in the correct position at the start. Well, bad news for him means good news for Jack Harvey, who's 7th, and at the front of that queue, the first car there you see is Spike Goddard. In front of Harvey, the white car, Nick McBride, and the blue and white car, McBride's fellow Aussie. Oh, and offers Ilias. Well, he is the teammate of the man in that white and blue car, Jeff Urain. Ilias firmly off, exiting the bomb hole, and in comes Spike Goddard from 3rd place. And that changes the order as Adley Fong moves up to 3rd, Harvey up to 6th position. Sorales still down in 8th place. Well, heartbreaking drive-through, takes away the national class lead as well for Spike Goddard. Last lap of the race, here comes Harry Tinknell. Won twice so far this season in British Formula 3, both times in the reverse race. Nick McBride in 3rd position, under pressure from Jack Harvey, but he's got half a lap to hang on. Out of the final corner then comes Harry Tinknell. He'll win comfortably from Jazman Jafar. Win number 3 of the season for Tinknell. Jafar, vital points here. He's the top scoring championship contender in 2nd position. And as they race for the line, 3rd, is it going to be Nick McBride in the white car with the Nissan engine? The only Nissan engine runner in the field, or will it be Jack Harvey, the championship leader? McBride doing a great job for 3Bond Nissan and the T-Sport team. The Aussie is going to hold on to the checkered flag. Their first podium in British F3. What a big day for them. Jack Harvey takes 4th, 6th place for Felix Sorales, and the national class win goes to Adley Fong. So confirmation of Fong's national class result. Sorales 6th, Harvey 4th, Jafar 2nd, but it's win number 3 for Harry Tinknell.
So listen, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much did you love that?
Yeah, it was good. Pretty simple race, to be honest. I knew I had to get off the line well and just push as hard as I could on the opening few laps. And then once I was into the race, to be honest, it was all just about just counting the laps down and just making sure, did a good job. And it was relatively easy, to be honest. I just had to make sure I kept focused and didn't make any silly mistakes towards the end. But the pace was good and, really good result and really happy for the team.
A 3rd win and a bright sunny smile for Harry Tinknell. But that was the end of the sunshine for the weekend. Heavy rain preceding the final encounter. Jack Harvey on pole from Carlos Sainz Jr. Few spots of water in the air and a soaking wet track. It was the Spaniard who made the best of the getaways. Sainz into clear air, leading in the first corner, leaving everyone else trailing literally in his wake. Well, there was almost a repeat of the first corner shunt in race 1 as teammates Fami Ilias and Jeff Urain tripped over each other in the midfield. Fortunately, no damage. Same for Hannes van Asseldonk as a big puddle caught him out and he went grass tracking. In charge of the national class for the 3rd time in different conditions, Adley Fong looking very strong. The boys from Brazil were battling for 8th place, and on this occasion it was Pipo Derani putting in a bold move, who had the upper hand over Pietro Fantin. But nobody would catch Sainz. He streamed to the line to claim gold for Spain.
Great stuff, Carlos. Congratulations. You're loving the rain.
Yeah, there are conditions that I like a lot. Also, for sure, my car likes it and likes them. Good job again by the guys to give me again great car. It was tricky because we decided the setup in the last 10 minutes because we knew that it was not going to rain anymore, so it was going to be drying and drying. So really happy to be up here again in these conditions.
There's 108 points still left in the season. That means even Harry Tinknell mathematically could win the British Formula 3 title. Jack Harvey trailed by 4. Coming to Snetterton, he now leads by just 4 points.